Alhamdulillah, with the grace of Allah Ta'ala, we discussed earlier. So this, yeah, the author makes an interesting point. He says, look here, that shows you that the default ruling is that you're supposed to have wudu. And then breaking wudu is supposed to be the exception of the rule. So as a believer, you're supposed to have wudu all the time. And yes, when a nawaqis comes, then you make wudu after the student. Because look, he discussed first how to get wudu. Then secondly, how your wudu breaks. It shows you that you're supposed to be all the time. The default ruling is that a person is supposed to do it if it's possible. That's why we discussed the fara'id of wudu, the basic bare, the minimum. It makes you, then we discuss the sunnah, the adab. Although if you look here in this kitab, Sahih Hidayah, he didn't pay a lot of attention to separate, the fara'id, the sunnah from the mustahabbat. There you have to look at the more detailed kitabs. But he gave you the broader aspects like what is sunnah, mustahab, etc. But not too much detail. In fact, if you look at the other detailed kitabs, you will even find more mustahab acts. You will even find more sunnat acts, etc., etc. But he gave you the broader issues. He gave you the broad issues. But if you want more detail, then you have to look at what we term as the mutawwalat. What you call that? Like tawwala, yutawwilu, mutawwilu, mutawwalat. These are more detailed books. Are you with me? Right. And he spoke about right. So here, henceforth, inshallah, you will speak about those things that will break wudu. So this shows you that to be in hadas is the arzi thing, is a temporary thing. So normally the temporary thing, so you say the arzi thing means is the exception to the rule. So the exception to the rule, it comes after the default ruling. Are you with me? Because the default ruling is a believer should be in wudu. That's why he first spoke about getting wudu. So nawaqil wudu, nawaqil is a sum of naqidatun, the normal file. And it's like naqada yaqulu naqidun, right? Nawaqil. You also get nawaqidul iman, those things that nullify your iman. I think in that aqidah book you learn, isn't it was nawaqidul iman also? The things that nullify your iman, to break your iman. And this is the mafa'il scale, right? So it means لغة إبطال التعليق بالبناء, to destroy something after it has been built up. And obviously here we're going to mean something which destroys, it undoes, it unravels your wudu, right? The one is right. Right. And obviously the reason why I got Faslun fi nawaqid al-wudu'i, because we know that the breakers, the nullifiers of wudu are not one, there are several. There are several, right? There are several. That's why it's Jama. Okay, read the first text. Okay. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Al-ma'ani al-naqidatu. And interesting, why is it ma'ani? Because it's ya'i manqusa, ya'i manqusa in halata rafa, in halata jar. It's just starting there. Only in halata nasab it comes back, right? Are you with me? So, al-ma'ani al-naqidatu lil-wudu'i kullu ma yakhruju min as-sabilayn. So, al-ma'ani al-naqidatu, ma'ani just means the meanings that break. If you look at ma'ani literally, it means the meanings that break. What means the meanings that break? But in this context, it means the things that break, the causes that break. For wudu is everything which comes out of the two of the two pathways, in other words, the front path and the back path. So what he's saying here, whatever comes out from the front part or the back part, it breaks the wudu. Whether it is a regular thing that normally comes out, whether it's something which doesn't normally come out. And as we go through the subject, I will show you what I mean by that. So what is the proof? You see the thing is not right here. It's not it's right. It's right, we just carry on. This from your side is all right. So I'm going to just take note of this here, why I'm saying everything. And first we'll do the proof. The proof is Allah Ta'ala says in the Quran that you have لِقَوْلِ تَعَالَى أَوْ جَاءَ أَحَدٌ مِّنْكُمْ الْغَائِطِ when any one of you come from the bathroom. So normally when you come from bathroom, ghait refers to come from relieving yourself, and the word ghait is synonymously then used for the bathroom. So normally when you come from the bathroom, what do? You expel something from your body. Why do a person go to the toilet? You're going to expel something from your body, either from your front passage or from your back passage, right? So this shows you that you have to make wudu when you come from the place where you expel something from your front passage or you expel something from your back passage. So that shows you that expelling something from your front passage and expelling something from your back passage, it necessitates wudu. Are you with me? Are you with me so far? You read the next ibarat? No. Waqila, so that is from the Quran, the proof that shows you that anything that's expelled, I show you, you got it right, that when you go to the bathroom normally or to the loo or whatever, asios, you go, you're expelling something from the front passage or the back passage. So that shows you anything being expelled from the front passage or the back passage, it necessitates wudu. Here's your proof from the Quran. وَقِيلَ لِرَسُولِ اللَّهِ صَلَّى اللَّهُ عَلَيْهِ وَسَلَّمَ وَمَا الْحَدَث? What is hadath? Hadath is the condition where you need wudu. He said, مَا يَخْرُجُ مِنَ السَّبِيلَيْنِ that which comes out from the two parts, the front part and the back part, that shows you, right? From the two passages, you can say. Now, the interesting thing is this here, in the Hanafi madhab, no matter what comes out from the front passage or the back passage, the normal things that come out is when you go to the toilet, urine comes out from the back passage, stool comes out. So according to us, even if something that don't normally come out, it will still break your wudu. I'll give you an example. If a worm comes out, sometimes the person got a worm. So here we say, wakalit matu ma'amatu. The word ma is general. When the word is general, it must be applied in its general sense. So, fatatanawalu mu'atada wa ghayrahu. So it will include, okay, so take that example of worm away. Um, to just say anything that comes, right? So it will include that which is mu'atad means habitual and which is not habitual. What translation? What? Usual, right? Very good. Nice translation. So because the word ma is general, anything that comes out from the back passage, right? Right? وخيره والدم والقيح إذا خرج من البدن. But so that's the first thing they told you. Anything that come out from the front passage, the back passage, whether it is the usual things that come out, or it is something unusual even that don't normally happen. A person got a sickness, he's dropping blood from the back, or he's dropping pus from the back, or a person is dropping pus from the front, or dropping blood from the front, still it will break your wudu because everything which comes out from the front passage and the back passage, according to Hanafi madhab, it will break wudu. In fact, in this masla here, the Hanafis are the most strict. Then they say, look here, what damu? Damu is blood, right? Wal qayhu, pus. What is pus? Pus is actually like festering blood, right? إذا خرجا من البدن, when they also come out of the body, right? Whether they come from the front passage or they come from the back passage, right? فَتَجَاوَزَا إِلَى مَوْضِئٍ يَلْحَقُهُ حُكْمُ التَّطْهِيرِ, and they move to a portion where, see, إِلَى مَوْضِئٍ فَتَجَاوَزَا, to a portion, إِلَى مَوْضِئٍ, to such a portion, يَلْحَقُهُ حُكْمُ التَّطْهِيرِ, that the law of purifying is applicable to it, right? So this is interesting. What he's saying is, Look here, as long as, look at me 1 second, as long as the stool, as long as the urine, as long as the pus, as long as the blood, it remains in its original place, your wudu doesn't break. But when it moves to a place which is necessary to wash, now your wudu break. I'll give you a simple example. See, you got your private organ, your front private organ, right? So you got urine. The urine came right to the front, but it never come out of your pipe, so to say. Does your wudu break? No. But when it comes out of your pipe and it comes on the surface, isn't when you make ghusl, you have to wash around that organ, isn't it? So it moved to a place which is necessary to wash. So now, I'll give you another example. Even if you got maybe stool, and the stool is still in your bowels, but it never come out as yet. As much as it is, maybe you got a running stomach or whatever, but it never come out as yet to the place which is necessary for you to wash the ghusl. Only when it comes out to the place which is necessary for you to wash the ghusl, now we'll say the wudu broke. That was one example. The other example is this here. See my hand here, right? You got a small wound here, right? You got a small wound here, right? So this wound is full of blood. It is full of blood, but it's still in the wound. Now, as long as it's in that wound, my wudu don't break. Why? Because the skin around it. Look here, when you make wudu, you have to wash the skin. You don't have to wash under the skin. Am I right or wrong? So if there's like a cut or hole here, it's still in a place which you don't have to wash at the time of wudu. It's still in a place that you. So only when it comes over onto that skin there, which you is necessary for you to wash either in wudu or necessary for you to wash either in ghusl, now we will say that your wudu broke. So just to understand it, Masla, properly, to understand, we'll say that even if you have a wound here, right, and the blood is all congealed in there, it never come out to the skin which you have to wash. As long as it's there, your wound is intact. Yes, when it flows over to the skin, which is necessary to wash. So this principle applies to all. It applies to your, like when you're expelling of najasas from the front passage. It applies to expelling najasas from the back passage, or applies to like a wound that you got, whatever, until or pus that comes out. So until it doesn't move, see, that's what they say. وَالدَّمُ وَالْقَيْحُ, blood and matter, إِذَا خَرَجَا, when they come out from the body, فَتَجَاوَزَا, when they move إِلَى مَوْضِعٍ, into such a place, يَلْحَقُهُ حُكْمُ التَّطْهِيرِ, that the law of purifying it, like of washing it, either in ghusl or in wudu, yalhaquhu, is applicable to such a place when the najas move. Now we will say what? That your wudu is broken until it is not there. Right? And there's another masala, by the way, I'll just discuss it. So something just by the way for extra faida for you. If you got a small wound here, right? And the blood is coming out, right? So you now know the massage, when the blood moves from here to my skin, my wudu is gonna flow. So every time you're sponging the blood, because you don't want it to flow, you're sponging the blood, but there it's clearly written, if you sponge the blood, if the blood you sponge was so much that if it was left, it would have flowed into your wudu. You understand what I'm saying? So you got to do it every time the blood comes, you make it like that. So, but if you never do that, if you never remove, you never extract that blood from there, and you left it there, then if it was so much that it will flow, then there's another ikhtilaf, just by the way, I'm telling you. One is, they say the blood must come out. But if you press the blood out yourself, does the wudu break or not? One is khuruj, it came out on its own. And one is ikhraj, you took it out, you pressed, you had a pumple there, and you squeezed it out. So that's not khuruj, that never come out. Ikhraj, you removed it. Those who know Arabic will know the difference between khuruj and ikhraj. So that blood there, you never make it never come out, it was khuruj. So there some ulama say, no, if you press it out, you don't break, because that's ikhraj. But the correct fatwa is this, that even if you press it out, it still came out, because khuruj is in ikhraj. If you are here and I pull you out of here, although there's ikhraj, but in the ikhraj is khuruj, because in the process of pulling out, you also came out. You understand what I'm saying? So there is khuruj, ikhraj. So that's why also when there is, if you press that thing and it came out, it will also break the fast, right? I mean, so break the wudu. Then the next thing is وَلَقَيْءُ مِلْءُ الْفَمِ. مَلْءُ الْفَمِ there. Okay, let's keep that one meal by the scene. The next breaker is vomiting a mouthful. You know, and what is a mouthful? Normally, the ulama explain a mouthful is that which you cannot contain it. In other words, you can, when it comes, it has to come out. That is a mouthful, right? وقال الشافعي, the Shafis are a bit more lax in this. الخارج من غير السبيلين لا ينقض الوضوء لا ينقض الوضوء. Anything that comes up from besides the two front passages, back passages will not break it. So what does it mean? If you bleed from your ear, if you cut yourself here, something comes out, you will not break. You understand what I'm saying? لا ينقض الوضوء بما روي, because أنه عليه السلام قاء once he vomited فلم يتوضع, he did not make wudu. ولأن غسل غير موضع الإصابة, and because the washing of besides the place which you've been affected with أمر تعبدي فيقتصر على مورد الشرع والمخرج المعتاد. Okay, so what he's saying here is, there's a bit of explanation. What he's saying is, see here, when you expel wind from your body, your wudu breaks, right? Or you expel urine from your body. Where do you wash? Do you wash a place where the wind came out? Or do you wash the place where the urine came? No. You make wudu of the other limbs. So this shows you this is not a logical thing. It doesn't follow logic. One is, you say amrun qiyasiyun, and one is amrun ta'abudiyun. There's no logic on it, but you do it because you've been commanded to do. You understand what I'm saying? Like, look here, when you worship Allah Ta'ala, there's no logic in the way you worship. You do it because you've been told that this is what you must do. So what Imam Shafi is saying here is that, look here, this about making wudu when some najasat come out of your body, it is not a logical thing. It's a command of Shariat. And so to say, an illogical command of Shariat come, you can't apply your own logic and say, okay, because najasat came out from your front passage, you wudu broke, so that means najasat come out of a wound also, or it come out of your ear, or it come out of your eye, then also wudu, or it come out from your mouth, najasat came, and wudu is also supposed to break. You understood that part, huh? Okay, we'll stop there. The time is up, but that's a bit of a deep thing. He's saying that don't use your own logic in a matter which is not logical. Yes, if something is logical, so, and the reason why I say it's not logical, why I say, look here, najasa coming out the front and passing and back passage and washing your face and your hands and your feet, that's illogical. So in illogical matters, when I say illogical, I don't mean illogical in the sense that it's absurd, it's funny, obviously it's a matter of sharing, we don't mean it doesn't follow normal logic. It doesn't follow knowledge that when wind comes from the back passage or urine comes from the front passage, you must wash your face. It doesn't follow your regular logic. So it's something which is not, in Arabic it is this word also comes in the Sul Shashi, something which is not, cannot be analytically deduced. So if something is not analytically deduced, you restrict it to the place where the Sharia pronounced upon it. You don't come and extend it further. You understood that? Yeah. So it will be restricted to that place where the Sharia is spoken about it. So he's saying, the Hanafis, why are you saying now when blood come out, or pus come out, or a mouthful of vomit come out, why are you using your own logic? We got our answers will come this time. I'm just telling you what is his train of thought. Why are you using your own logic to say if the najasat come out of your mouth, if the najasat come out of your wound? Why are you saying when this is illogical, it's not analytically deduced thing, it should be restricted to that instance only. All right? So we stop there, inshallah. So the same week, inshallah, we're going to do the tafsir.